1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Pakistan and China have agreed that importance of bilateral strategic relations have assumed greater significance amidst profound regional and international changes. Foreign Minister has expressed Pakistan's determination of not allowing anyone to dent Pak-China relations. A task force headed by Secretary Forest and Wildlife Balochistan has been set up to control forest fire in Shirani district. Speakers at an international jurist conference in Istanbul have called for intensifying efforts to increase diplomatic pressure on Modi government to stop the genocide of Kashmiris in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Saudi Arabia has banned citizens from travelling to 16 countries, including India, due to COVID-19 cases. Iran has rejected reports about the country's willingness to compromise its stance in ongoing indirect talks with the United States on its nuclear issue. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and China have expressed firm resolve to synergizing development strategies, pushing forward all CPEC projects in a safe, smooth and high-quality manner. This resolve was expressed in a joint statement after a meeting between Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Guangzhou today. The two sides expressed satisfaction over the steady growth of economic cooperation between China and Pakistan. They agreed that China-Pakistan Economic Corridor has effectively improved Pakistan's infrastructure and boosted its socio-economic development. Both the leaders agreed on promoting cooperation in areas such as economy and trade, investment, industry, agriculture, health, and science and technology. The two sides further agreed that amidst profound regional and international changes, the importance of China-Pakistan strategic relations has assumed even greater significance. Noting with satisfaction the record bilateral trade achieved last year, the two sides agreed to work together to make optimum use of Phase 2 of China-Pakistan Free Trade Agreement. They agreed to work together to diversify their trade ties with deepening cooperation in export-oriented sectors in Pakistan and integrating value chains of the two countries. The two sides termed terrorism as a common enemy of humanity and expressed their determination not to allow anyone to damage China-Pakistan Iron Brotherhood. They once again strongly condemned the Karachi University Confucius Institute terrorist attack. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has expressed Pakistan's determination of not allowing anyone to dent Pakistan-China relations. Speaking at a joint news conference along with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Guangzhou today, he said Pakistan and China enjoy unique and time-tested Iron Brotherhood. He said bilateral relations between the two countries are based on solidarity, trust, mutual respect and support. He also reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to multilateralism for peace, stability and development in the region and beyond. Condemning the terrorist attack on Chinese scholars at Karachi University last month, Bilawal Bhutto said the perpetrators involved in this heinous crime will be taken to justice. He said Pakistan accords the highest importance to ensure safety, security and protection of Chinese nationals, projects and institutions in Pakistan. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has felicitated Anthony Albanese on his election as the next Prime Minister of Australia. In a tweet, Shahbaz Sharif said, "The victory of Australian Labor Party represents the trust reposed in your leadership by the Australian people." He said, "I look forward to working with you to further strengthen Pakistan-Australia friendship." Under the directives of Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, a task force headed by Secretary Forest and Wildlife Balochistan has been set up in Shirani district to control the forest fire. An action report in this regard was submitted to the Prime Minister today by Balochistan Forest and Wildlife Department. According to the report, teams have been formed in collaboration with federal and provincial departments to control the fire. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Former Prime Minister of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, Raja Muhammad Farooq Haider Khan, has expressed grave concern over unlawful incarceration and fake cases against leaders of all parties Hurriyat Conference in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In an exclusive interview with News and Current Affairs channel of Radio Pakistan, he said incumbent coalition government led by Prime Minister Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif has raised the issue at international forum effectively. Raja Farooq Haider strongly condemned the illegal sentence and case against Hurriyat leader Yasin Malik and urged human rights organizations of the world to take notice of this state subjugation unleashed by the Modi regime. He said that India cannot succeed by pursuing a policy of state terrorism and extremist agenda in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and against minorities in India. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, complete shutdown will be observed on Tuesday against the conviction of Mohammad Yasin Malik in a concocted case by a court of India's notorious National Investigation Agency. According to Kashmir Media Service, call for the strike has been given by the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and supported by Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front, trader and students' unions, civil society and other Hurriyat organizations. Meanwhile, in Istanbul, speakers at an international jurist conference have called for intensifying their efforts to increase diplomatic pressure on the Indian government to stop the genocide of the Kashmiri people. Scholars from 42 Islamic countries attended the event. The speakers, comprising Dr. Ghulam Nabi Fai, Abdul Rashid Torabi, Raja Khalid Mahmood, Nasir Qadri Advocate, Dr. Waleed and others, said Kashmiris are fighting not only for their freedom but also for the protection and survival of the entire Muslim Ummah from Modi-like extremist regimes. Saudi Arabia has banned citizens from traveling to 16 countries due to COVID-19 cases in these countries. The General Directorate of Passport said the list of countries includes Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, India, Yemen, Somalia, Ethiopia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Libya, Indonesia, Vietnam, Armenia, Belarus, and Venezuela. The General Directorate of Passports emphasized that the validity of the passport of Saudis who intend to travel to non-Arab countries must be more than 6 months. Iran has rejected reports of the country's willingness to compromise its stance in ongoing indirect negotiations with the United States to restore its 2015 nuclear deal with world powers. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Saeed Khatibzadeh said in a statement that Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei made no mention of compromise to Qatar's Amir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani when they met in Tehran earlier this month. The Met Office has identified 24 valleys bearing potential risk of glacial-like outburst and flood activity in Gilgit-Baltistan and northern areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to Director Pakistan Meteorological Department Dr. Khalid Malik, abrupt temperature increase and heat wave impacts may increase the potential threats and frequency of glacial lake outburst flood-like incidents in the northern areas of the country during the summer. Dr. Malik said, Shesper glacier-like condition is not possible abruptly as the glacier started surging almost 3 years back and achieved the present stage after a due course of time. And finally, we have the weather report for you. Rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected in Islamabad, Upper Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during evening and night during the next 12 hours. However, hot and dry weather is expected in other parts of the country during the same period. Dust raising and gusty winds are also likely in central and southern parts of the country during the period. To end the news, the main points once again. Pakistan and China have agreed that importance of bilateral strategic relations have assumed greater significance amidst profound regional and international changes. Foreign Minister has expressed Pakistan's determination of not allowing anyone to dent Pak-China relations. A task force headed by Secretary Forest and Wildlife Balochistan has been set up to control forest fire in Shirani district. Speakers at an international jurist conference in Istanbul have called for intensifying efforts to increase diplomatic pressure on Modi government to stop the genocide of Kashmiris in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.